Hey guys, welcome to Trips and Tracks. This is a new video about the recovery after the accident. I have already made a video on this, how I progressed through around 120 days of time, how I am able to walk and what was the initial struggles on all those things. So on that video, I got a lot of comments asking for sharing the X-rays and how was that fracture and all those things. So in this video, I'll be more focusing on that. So whatever you can see here in everywhere is the X-ray image. As you can see, I'll go through one by one, and I can explain you about the progress. So please don't consider this as a reference video, and I'm not a medical professional to judge or take a decision on this. And I'm just sharing the knowledge and information what I got from the people around me and the doctors who has treated me. So going directly into the video, so this is a X-ray image of the leg, that is a left leg. Okay, we can see here, so it's marked as left leg, and this is like a side view of the calf muscle side, and this here is where you can see the knee. So in the top, if you see, so there is no problem with the knee on the front view and the side view. These are all looks to be okay. So there was no issues on the knee, and there was no any crack or any kind of fracture. But when coming to the main bone of the leg, that is the tibia and the fibula bone, so you can see there's a small fracture here. This, so this is the front view and this is the side view. What you can see here. So this is the leg, you can see, right? So I'll just change the marker so to help you to explain more. So when you see, so this is basically a comminuted fracture. So where you can see that that it is not a, normally when a bone breaks, it's if there is just simple crack or break like this, a fracture like this, then it's a normal fracture. And when it is broken into multiple pieces like this, so now you see this bone is separate, and this is a separate piece of bone until here. So this is a separate bone. So it's like when you cut a piece of cake. So it's when you take out a piece just like that. And its normal fracture is just like a single cut. It will be automatically like this if you single cut. So these are side view of it, and you can see in the major bone also has got a fracture, and it is not aligned now properly. It is there's a misalignment, and there's a small bone that is also got a fracture here. So basically there are two fractures. So that's why we went with a surgery called as open reduction internal fixation. It's called as the ORIF, open reduction internal fixation. So this is what the surgery it was recommended due to the complexity, mainly because of the type of fracture. So that's about the first image on the first X-ray. So this is a more detailed X-ray. So these are so many other data where you can see I met with an accident on 15th of September 2019 by around 3:30 p.m. during my way back to Bangalore in a bike. So there is basically a motorcycle accident. I didn't encountered any much of injuries, but I had only a fracture in my leg. So if you watch this video closely, so you can see that with the bone, it was like just through inside the bone there was like a small piece. So through the outer bone or outer thing, it is only like a scalp. It is broken. So all the things inside that, the callus, everything, it was actually came here, and it got swollen, and all those things you can see. These are image just with the that what is that POP they keep so that my legs don't move. So I'll just share a photo after this slide. So this I have done treatment in Columbia Asia Referral Hospital, that's in Bangalore. So this is my name, that's a number, everything. And this is my left leg, and if you can see how complex it is here, if you see the video here on the right, you can see that this from here the leg you have a fracture like this, it goes like that to on the side. So that is about that x-ray, and this was the condition before the surgery. They have marked my leg like this at a rope, and they have to cut and open and do a surgery the next day. So this is a x-ray what I'm showing with the POP. So this is without the POP, just maybe within minutes of the accident when I had a pain, this is x-ray, it was taken there. So after that, so this is a x-ray just after the operation. I'll just zoom it a little more for understanding. So you can see I'm just coming to that. So this is the bedside. This is just after the operation that I was telling you, that is the ORIF, open reduction internal fixation surgery. So after that, so what I have done is I have inserted a rod, what you can see here, rod like this, and I have inserted inside my bone, making a hole on my knees. So they have inserted like this. Okay, so on the top they have inserted. Then yeah, so on the sides for that smaller bone, they have cut, or they have made an insertion on the side, and they have kept a plate here, and they have screwed that to the bone so that the plates don't move. Yeah, so on the bigger bone, so again screws was placed so that it doesn't go inside, and whatever the small things what you see, these are the metal staplers which is getting directed in x-ray. So this is nothing but there was some incision, it was put into my leg. So you can see here, these are the screws, these are the incision staplers, and yeah, this is the rod which is put inside. So there's a rod and there's a plate, and this is just the next day, just after the operation is over. So you can see all the screws, all the other details here. I can tell you, like, it's on the 16th, it's on the next day. And this is a bedside, that means that this is a bedside x-ray, that means it has taken in the bed itself. I didn't move it to x-ray room to take this. There's a portable x-ray machine. It came into my bed and it took the x-ray image. So this is the next day before the discharge, or I think this is before the discharge day. So where you can see they have put the bandages in my places where they got all the incisions. So these are the bandages. So you can see the leg is swollen, and this is in the hospital bed. So I had a little bit of bleeding someday, so making it all these bandages red color, so that the incisions were made. Otherwise there was not much complexity. It went well, surgery went well, no issues, and within 15 days I could get recovered from that, all the external injuries or the external incision they made for putting my rod, and we removed the bandages. This is the small bandages. There was no any POP or any other thing. So when you see from external, you don't see any other thing. So this is just after the 1 month after the accident, or after the surgery. This is exactly after a month. So this is a first x-ray which I took just after the surgery in a month. So there you can see there's a small growth of this bone. It got slowly aligned to the major bone here and here, it is slowly coming in and getting placed itself, and this rod really helps to hold it together. So we saw a good growth, and it was a good growth and it was noted. So when you see in a side view, you can see a small hole or the gap between these two bones. So this was a good gap which was supposed to be filled within some time. So this was a major concern. And other things, if you see the smaller bone, it was okay, it was well aligned, and there's no issue. And until these days, I didn't had any much pain after 15 or 13 days. This is after the 30th day, and I didn't even started walking. I don't even started to keep my leg in the floor. So this is exactly again after one more month, that is exactly after 2 months. This is the X-ray progress. So that you see, this is on the 12th of November, and here there's a good update on the this major bone. So this is almost now in its place where you can see there's a good growth, and this was okay. But the major problem was on the initial big gap, which was a concern, but it was okay. So this is a time I started walking because there was a good growth, and everything looks to be normal except this gap. So to make this gap cover, the doctor advised me to walk so that there is a pressure put on the bone so that it will try to join together. So that was advice. Then this is exactly after 2 more months from there. So here is a time when I totally came out of the walking support, or that is a stick or the frame. So now I was almost completely out of the walking support. So when you see here, you see that the bone is almost came back, and there are the callus growth you can see here. So it is getting joined slowly, it is getting aligned into the bone direction, and there is like the bone densities are little less in this portion, you can see here, but still it was okay because it was only had a very little time. And otherwise the front view was good. And when you see the side, what you can see here is the still the gap, that the bigger gap which we were talking about was still there. So this was a concern from day one, and now it's the I think the day 90 or 120 days. It's after the 4 months. So this is in January. So from September, it is around October, November, December, January. It's around 4 months of 120 days. So still there is a gap. So a typical bone growth time was around 3 to 6 months. So we patiently waited for that to be okay or normal. So after January, so then it was best to take an X-ray again in March to see the update or to see the any kind of a growth after that. So when you see now, you see there is a small growth. It is happening between the this gap which we had in January. So there was a slight improvement. It was coming like this, and so initially it was like that. Now it was growing like that and trying to join. So it shows a good sign, so that it is growing, and that was a good observation we had during the March. And this is the time the corona, all those things was started, and anyway I got good rest after this. So after March, then I didn't went with the hospital for a longer time. Again I took an X-ray on the November, and we see a good improvement. The bone on the left side, the bone left X-ray, if you see the bone is almost uh, now joint, and the bone density is slowly getting picked up and almost becoming like a single one. And the rod is still being the place, and you are not able to know much things. So this is only the extra things that slowly that can be change its shape. And now you see there is a good growth on the left side. But if you see now, there is no much of or expected growth what you see here. Maybe because we didn't had much of physical activity or something because of the COVID or things, all those things. But we see a good improvement, but not up to the mark what we have expected. This is in the October, and right after that again we haven't had any much interaction. So my doctor advised me to just come back on next May to see any kind of improvement in this. But there's a good improvement. They're almost back, so the bones look healthy, and there is no much of any kind of differences in the bone density, and I'm almost back. This is the time I almost started riding bike during May, I believe. So by August, I was completely okay to ride a bike, able to withstand the weight, all those things. And by around November 2020, this was like exactly like after 1 year or something after the accident. So this was completely okay. But again, the gap was there, though that was expected to be okay within another 6 months or 1 year. So that's about it. Thanks for watching, and please note that okay, this is not an expert feedback or a comments on the fracture or the bone. This is what I understood and what all the information I could get from my persons around me and the doctors who has treated me. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for watching, and keep supporting. So this is for the video is for all the guys who asked me to put a video on the recovery part, and about all the X-ray growth, and just to understand, or just to make them more confident. There's so many comments I got it, so thanks for everything. And yeah, so take care, and I hope, I pray that you all get recovered faster. Yeah, thank you.